Well, I don't really understand the specific chemical formulations behind that hybridization, but let me state this for the record. I think that there is a definite corollary between certain gases and plants. Now, this particular gas is probably antithetical not only to the growth, but to the total destruction of this plant as we know it. And going back to the catastrophic school from which I was just describing to you, which could bring about the end of the world, one of the analogies or metaphors I'd like to use is that when Kathy, for example, in the office is not looking, I like to see myself as like the grand inquisitor, the grand creator, the grand cosmologist, God, you know, if you will. And I get to play God for those few short moments, 2 or 3 minutes while she's gone on break. I can plot out my plan at destruction of the various flora and fauna of the office. And you wouldn't believe what great power this gives me. I mean, you know how for so many centuries they subscribed to the uniformitarian school? Well, I'm much more of a catastrophist. I believe that catastrophes are a natural outgrowth of the world as we know it. And since I subscribe to that school so dramatically and so faithfully, I have to say that during my break I like to act out that aggression against the physical natural laws and nature as we know it. So what I do is I take one of the problems though in our office, I think, where I work at is a lot of times the cap is missing to the WD-40. And, you know, when the cap is gone, it's very difficult for me to go out and do my duty as a person who's going to naturally carry out the forces of nature. And when I'm not able to carry out the forces of nature, then I'm going to be looking for some other destructive way in which to do my deeds. So that 3 or 4 minutes during the day when Kathy's gone, it enables me to be the deus ex machina, if you will, the grand Godhead, you know, the great man from Atlantis who has power, the great sons of Belial, to be able to empower myself over nature and to destroy Kathy's flowers. Now, you got to remember, destroying her flowers in no way reflects a particular evil against her personality. I love Kathy, but she has to understand that I'm just carrying out a certain kind of natural evolution.
Do you ever feel bad?
No, not really, because again, it gives me like these godlike qualities, which every person in their life at some time or another really has to feel. And you know, I understand that there are other minds in the universe, if you will, that have feelings and compassions towards living things, but this does not carry through with my Darwinistic notion of things. And in so saying that, I just wanted to, you know, I just want Kathy to know that it's not her flowers that I'm after, but it's me carrying out my natural role in the universe.